Welcome to Hank's Place. On YouTube, there's a very interesting chap who calls himself the History Guy. He's very good and doesn't appear to be rewriting history. In one episode, he was speaking of the most important inventions of recent centuries. In the 19th century, that's the 1800s, the most important invention was considered to be Samuel F.B. Morse's telegraph. Yes, there was wireless transmission, think Marconi and radio, but it was limited in distance and required huge transmitters and antennas. Telegraph, on the other hand, used copper wire and repeater stations and could cross a continent cheaply and quickly. Now, many consider Samuel Morse the father of modern communication. For the telegraph, you see, began electronic communication. That is, the ability to transmit information across vast distances virtually instantaneously. And you know what? This transformed human culture. Now, we're going somewhere with this. For history bears out that the concept, that speech uttered by one person somewhere, could be printed in newspapers word for word around the world the next day. This started to break down trust between factions. It began to break down alliances between groups and parties that, well, up until then, had kept disagreements from becoming real fractures. Now, the timing of this invention played a crucial role in the Civil War. The argument is not that the telegraph caused the Civil War, but that the telegraph, with its instant communication of what others were saying, broke down the system that up until then had prevented the Civil War. This was quite the opposite of Samuel Morse's own hope, for he was a Christian. He considered everyone in the United States a fellow countryman under God. He thought his telegraph would help bring people together. Do you remember that first telegraph message? Maybe you were there, May 24th, 1844. What hath God wrought? Now, it's just a theory, but I think it's a brilliant one in connecting this quick, instantaneous communication via telegraph with the breakdown in society. The question for today is, do you think today's internet technology, even faster, is threatening our social fabric? I would say we're already witnessing the rending of that fabric, don't you? Not surprising, really, for from the beginning, since Adam and Eve, when the garden incident transpired, oh my, we see finger pointing. And that's all we seem to see in media today. A million voices of criticism, dissent, and blame. How depraved, huh? Well, don't despair. Don't blow up the internet. That's not going to cure mankind's depravity. Only Jesus is Savior of all mankind. Only in Jesus are we one. Technology can't do this. In him there is neither Jew nor Greek, male nor female, slave nor free. Galatians 3:28. So today, my friend, help people to come alive simply by pointing them to Jesus, that we all may be one forever.